pointing to the ground with the scroll resting firmly on the ankle of the right foot. This allows the left hand to slide freely up and down the neck of the violin without any need for the instrument to be supported by hand or chin. The aim of tone production is to imitate the Indian singing style. Since the 1960s, much musical cross-fertilization has occurred between the Indian and Western violin music, resulting in interesting fusion pieces in jazz and rock even. Today we have the great pleasure of listening to the violin accompaniment of Mrs. Sandhya Anand. And for our listening pleasure, Mrs. Anand is going to perform an instrumental solo with the violin. Next in the dance recital sequence, we have Shabdam. Shabdam is a dance that mimes the meaning of a devotional song and is interspersed with pure dance elements called nritya. The movements in this dance are leisurely and rich in expressions of emotions called abhinaya. And here is Shruthi to dance to Shabdam. This one is devoted to Lord Krishna. So what we just witnessed is just an introduction to how a Bharatanatyam dancer can convey the message of an emotion through expressions, facial expressions and hand gestures. The next dance is going to raise the bar on this by telling stories through those emotions and hand gestures and feet movement. This item is called Varnam, and it is the most complex and captivating among all the dances of this recital. There is a perfect synchronization of bhavam, ragam, and talam, thus giving the dancer abundant scope for displaying her rhythmic talents, along with rich and variegated abhinaya, the facial expressions. It is the longest and most demanding item of this evening, where the footwork executes complex jadis and the hand gestures, the mudras, indicating the meaning of the song. As the centerpiece of this recital, it calls on the dancer's discipline, memory, techniques, and stamina in equal measures. Today, Shruthi will depict 3 stories of goddess Meenakshi in the next dance. I'll just quickly recap the story, and you, as you're watching the dance, you're going to notice the pieces and parts of the story being depicted by Shruti's hand gestures, the facial emotions, and her feet movement as well. The first story is about the good overcoming evil, been told over and over in many cultures. Mahishasura was a demon king of Asuras. He had obtained a boon from Lord Brahma that he would die only at the hands of a woman. He wanted to be immortal and believed that women were weak and he would never be killed by a woman. Looks like another guy who underestimated feminine power. Free from fear of death, he amassed a great army and became the overlord of the entire earth. He harassed the humans and devas and all the gods. And all the gods created a powerful goddess by combining all of their powers. Born of the best parts of all the gods, she is known by various names such as Meenakshi, Shakti, Durga, Abhirami, or Devi. Of unsurpassed beauty, she was 3-colored, 3-natured, and had 18 arms, and she rode a lion. She is believed to be eternal and as the protector of the gods. The story ends with the mighty Durga wielding her trident and destroying the Mahishasura, the evil demon, and bringing peace on earth and heaven. The second story, where Adi Shankara, the much revered spiritual leader from Kerala in India, once offered an arduous worship to the goddess Shakti of wisdom and learning. The goddess appeared before Shankara in response to his prayers. Shankara told her of his wish to build a temple for her in Kerala, where no temple was dedicated to her as yet, and requested her to come along with him to Kerala to make this happen. Shakti agreed to go with him on the condition that Shankara must lead the way for her to follow, and without doubting her, and not looking back even once to check if she was with him. Should he break the condition, she would stop and stay right where she was at that time. Shankara agreed to the condition, so they started walking down the Kodachari hills, with Shankara leading the way and goddess's anklets twinkling and letting him know that she was with him. And when you're watching Shruthi dance, you're going to notice that piece as well. After walking some distance, the twinkling stopped. All of a sudden, Shankara waited a few moments and stole a quick look backwards to check if the goddess was still with him. And there she was, watching him with reproach. In keeping with the condition, the goddess stopped right there, which is the site of Mugambika temple. Shankara, however, was not one to give up. He apologized profusely for breaking the condition and repeatedly pleaded with the goddess to go with him to Kerala. Impressed by his determination, the goddess finally agreed to be present at the Chotanikara temple in Kerala in the mornings and returned to the Mugambika temple by midday. The third story of Varnam is about an extraordinary devotee of goddess Abhirami called Subramanian Iyer in South India. One day, the king who ruled the land visited the temple, and he noticed the behavior of the Iyer, who was in deep meditation, ignoring the king. And so the king inquired other priests about this individual. One of them remarked that he was a madman, while another rejected this categorization, explaining to the king that Iyer was only an ardent devotee of Abhirami. Seeking to know the truth himself, the truth to find out whether he was a true devotee or a mad person, the king approached Subramania Iyer and asked him what the day of the month was. That is, whether it was a full moon day or a new moon day. Iyer answered mistakenly that it was a full moon day. Why? Because he could see nothing else but the shining luminant